Isn't that pretty? I wasn't going to start this video until Saturday, but something arrived today that I'm excited about and I want to do. So I'm happy that it's here now and we'll be on the bus for the show. You remember when I was fighting with this and I couldn't get it shiny and you can't get them anymore? This one's all good. Well, looky here. Hey, look at that. I have alerts on eBay when something I'm looking for comes up for sale. This came up for sale on the weekend. I grabbed it. I paid way too much money for it, but look at that. New old stock. The reason they're hard to get and so expensive, they're the same hell apart number as the ones for an old Porsche. Anywho, I'm going to put that on the bus right now. There we go. I can see my reflection. Isn't that pretty? That just makes the rear. All that work I did on that other one, but so happy to have. You can't get them. I just got lucky. So if you're looking for a rare part, always put an alert on eBay and sooner or later it's going to come up. You might have to fight someone for it, but in my opinion, it's worth the money I paid because it's right and now it's looking good. Saturday, Busfest Eve. I've got them both out. Others are here working on theirs as well. Merlin's out, just cleaning windows and things. And everybody meet Dylan. Dylan's my driver tomorrow, so we're about to go and have a drive and get him used to it. So how does it feel so far?
Oh, it doesn't feel too bad.
It's a lot older. It's a lot older than the truck you got your license in.
Very much so, yeah.
We've got a job to do. Dylan's going to help me right now. We've got to put some bling on the wheels. I know they're the wrong wheels, so don't comment. They're a split rim. I need to have the correct tubeless rims on. I do have a pair that someone's going to give me, but I just didn't get them on. They look so good. Bling, bling. Done. Righto. We'll tidy everything up and go for a spin. Righto, we're just building up some air and some temperature, and then we're going to go for a bit of a drive and get Dylan used to the bus, but there's something we have to do. Oh my God, what am I doing?
What do you reckon?
Get into gear before you go around, yep. Again, you've got both lanes to turn, so take it wide. There you go. Okay, yep. It's a bit of a tight one, that one.
Yeah.
Blinker off. Neutral, foot off, third gear. And what's your lane position?
Yeah, that's the main thing, hey?
That's better, yeah. you got to wait for him. You're right, you got right away. That's better.
Yeah. Are we going straight here or?
Yeah, straight ahead.
Yeah.
Well, one last walk around. They're both done. As much as I can be bothered, it's been really hot today. We spent a bit of time out driving. I'm happy with Dylan's driving. He's comfortable with the bus now, so I think we're going to be fine tomorrow. So I'm just going to finish the half a beer I've got sitting in the back tailgate of my car, go home, rest up. Big day tomorrow. Well, it's show day. Just getting everything loaded onto the bus and a few little last minute things to do. A little bit of a sweep, a little bit of a vacuum. I've got to put the Atlanteans badge on. It's 7:45. I said I wanted to be out of here by 8:30, so we've got 45 minutes. I'm the first one here, so I'm going to start. It's already hot. It's going to be a stinker today. Now, I don't know if I've showed you this before, but I made this up to look like a badge so that I don't leave this on the bus, because these are, well, they're valuable. People can pinch them and sell them. So when this badge isn't on, that looks like a badge, but also this gives me something to screw this into, like so. Oops. There we are. Well, Busfest has just come to a violent end, particularly violently for my Radiator, my brand new $7,000 Radiator, which you can see has got a hole punched in it. The fan drive looks like it's sheared off. The fan has disintegrated and blown a hole in the radiator. Can't be driven, can't limp home, no Busfest for me. So we're just waiting on advice. And the advice I got, it was good advice, was to not give up, not go home, not crack the shits, but still enjoy the day. We'd come so far. We broke down not 3 kilometres from where the venue was. So the Sydney Bus Museum got out their Leyland tow truck, thank goodness, and it was quite a spectacle actually, a very period looking tow onto the grounds of the show. We set up, later on we organised the tow truck home, but we enjoyed the show, and we got the two Merlins together. It turned out okay. Here's the other one. He's going in next to us, yeah. At least you can drive yours.
I overheated. Sorry, Bob, I overheated. Sorry,
He's got some of his interior in. How good is that? And they're living up to their unreliability. Well, by now you probably know I haven't had the best day. What has happened is the fan, and I'll show you in a minute, the actual, looks like the support bracket, the nuts have failed that hold that onto the radiator and hold the fan steady as it turns. Looks like those nuts have failed either today or yesterday. They loosened up. We did about an hour's worth of training driving yesterday. All was good. We were almost at the show, the area, the car park area, the venue. And I had Dylan watching the temperature gauge. All was good. He kept giving me the thumbs up. And then someone pulled up beside us and said, "You're dropping coolant." So we pulled over into the first place we could get, got under it. Sure enough, I was losing everything. I couldn't work out where it was coming from. And then I realised, where's the fan? The fan had completely disintegrated. And then I saw the housing was loose and I saw the great big hole in the radiator. So we can't drive. We're going to have to get a low loader home. That's what's left of the fan. That had blades that came out about here, and it's come off its axis and killed itself. You can see these here are flogged out, which is making me think that they're the nuts that failed, possibly yesterday while we were training, and then the whole thing's just come loose and found its way into the core. So anyway, at least they're here. I'm getting lots of people come up to watch the channel, lots of interest in the buses, which is good. At some point I've got to organise a semi-trailer to come and get me and take me home, and then we should be able to get it started, and just enough to drive it in and back it in. So I'm going to keep enjoying the day, trying to get some video for you, but I just have not moved. 3 hours I've been sitting here talking to people. So anyway, Busfest continues. A couple of beautiful Glenorrhea restorations there, back to McCafferty's coaches. Some of the more modern stuff that's here. Then we've got some older stuff. You recognise that bus there? I'm sure you do. All lined up. They've organised it well this year, marshalled everyone in. The display actually looks good. Beautiful job. I think I've showed you that bus before on the channel. Don't ask me. I'm not such a bus nerd that I know that that's a denting with a Cummins engine on a such and such body on a 6 and 6. I don't know all that stuff. All I know is it's a nice looking coach. This is the latest Sydney Bus Museum restoration. It's the Denning Landseer, iconic Australian coach. that's been restored back to state rail livery. It was originally a police vehicle, but the museum couldn't find an ex-original state rail coach, so this one's just been finished painted. That bull bar was so hard to find, and that's a ripper. That's absolutely gorgeous. And that's the name of the company that did the paint job, Coach Care, in Nambucca Heads, I believe, in New South Wales. Nice display of West Bus vehicles, very nice. Some old forest, a little bit of Sydney Harbour in the background. Yeah, you left your sign on the back.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's all right. So thanks for organising that one. It's saving a lot of stress. That's okay. Leyland Leopard coming out, same coach builder as this, Leyland Tiger. Everyone's starting to pack up, go for drives. Starting to thin out now, people starting to leave. Our tow truck's about half an hour away. Thought someone had stolen my scooter then. This is the time of the day, you can tell I'm losing my voice. I've been talking to so many people enjoying the channel. Thank you very much to everybody that come up and said they enjoy the videos. This is when all the buses start to go silly, people start taking joyrides, taking friends for spins. This is all private property, so that is able to happen. This one's for me. Nice way to end the day. How are you? Oh dear, dear oh dear, poor old Harry. Oh, the indignity. Look at it coming out, it's just buggered. Good? This isn't a cab view that I particularly wanted to see. Okay, we're almost ready to go. Battery's off. Merly made it back. Lost the radiator cap this morning, didn't I, Dylan?
Yeah.
Worried about it all day. We watched for it all day. We just walked down to get this thing off the truck and you are kidding. Not a happy day. Never thought I'd have to get underneath that bus again and do anything to that radiator. But that's exactly where I'm heading. If you're wondering what that is, it's a guide for the rubber, to keep the rubber, the corner. So many holes. These have been removed so many times over the years. So, if you can see, that just pulls in there tight behind that rubber to keep the curve there. Right. Still pulling little bits of fan blade out of everything. Going to do away with that. I think we're going to try and go down the electric fan route. I've got to talk to these people. Oh, surprise, surprise, one of my welds has failed. Talk to the Radiator people about when the core's fixed, putting a nice big heavy duty thermoelectric fan. I'm honestly surprised there was anything left in there. nice and clean. I mean, that's a good thing. We've flushed out this engine. And also it looks like that sock's doing its job. In fact, I'll have a look at that sock in a minute and see how it's gone. I might have to buy another one. That's just a stay, like a support brace bar, if you like. So that's out of the way now. Everything's disconnected, so it's just the two mounting, and then something for it to drop down onto. Dropping it down is a lot easier than getting it back up, and I think when the time comes to put it back in, I might ask for some help. Even though I like doing things myself and I don't like asking for help, that nearly killed me last time. Righto, the tail of the tape. Let's get in there and have a good look at this damage. Check that out. So, core from, well, look, there's little hits here and there when it was all going out of balance, but this is where the water was coming from. I think this is the main damage in here. So, I'm gonna load this into the car and get it out to Natrad there. He's going to be heartbroken for me, I suppose, and it was a beautiful radiator, but I guess now they're going to get more cash out of me. There's even a stud bent there. Let's hope it's not too, oh, and another one there. Let's hope it's not too many thousands of dollars. Oh dear. It's 32 degrees in the metric money today, and it's just going to get hotter apparently, so I'm glad that's the hard bit done.
Fair come off.
Yep.
Hey?
Yep.
Well, the good part about it is it's only going to need a core in it.
Righto. Can't be repaired?
No.
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 No, I didn't think so. Someone said it might have been able to be repaired.
No. Fan come off, eh?
So that's something you guys do here?
Yeah, so it's not, it won't be as long as last time because I only got to get a core made.
Okay. And once again, we're back where we started. And I'll leave that there. They reckon it'll be after Christmas, so we'll go and get these top and bottom hoses connected together so I can move the bus. Righto, back from the radiator shop. Stopped in at Bunnings on the way home, grabbed a couple of rubber connectors, if you'd like, and I've just done that again properly. So that's top and bottom hose connected so that I can start the bus. It'll have coolant running through it and I can move it around. They've said after Christmas, and I said no hurry. And there you go, you can see there where those bolts have sheared straight off, disappeared. Unbelievable. Well, to say these last few, weeks, days, hours, haven't been a roller coaster would be a flat out lie. What a ride. What a disappointment yesterday. So happy with the way things were going, so happy with the buses, so happy with the Merlin, so happy with the new Radiator, really happy with Dylan. Feel bad for Dylan because he thinks in some way he had something to do with what happened, and he does not in any way have anything to do with what happened. It's just one of those things. So the Radiator place have got it, they're going to recore it, they're looking into putting a new thermo electric fan on it for me. They're going to do all that whilst they've got it. I'm not going to get it till after Christmas, but I had no delusions that I was going to. It is a busy time and there's really no need. I've got it set up here now with the hoses connected that I can move this bus around like I just did. I just put them away and that's okay. As we're coming to Christmas, I'm only 4 weeks away from going home for 3 weeks anyway. So Busfest was good. I was hoping to get you a little bit more of the Busfest content, but as it turns out, my broken down bus took up most of the content for this video. I'll keep them coming. I have no idea what I'm going to do next, but obviously as soon as I get the Radiator back, we'll show you putting that back in. There's a few little odd jobs that need done on 1101, but to be honest, I think I'm going to take a little break, have a little rest, and just see what pops up. There's always something that needs to be done. So once again, actually I won't say those, I'll get someone else to do those in just a moment. What I will say is thank you very much for watching. Thank you to everybody that came down and said hello at Busfest. It was just amazing how many people stopped me and just wanted to chat about the channel and about the videos and how much they love them. So thank you very, very much. I'm sorry if I did seem a little dismissive at some time, but that was just, the tow truck driver was waiting for me and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to let old mate, my new little mate here, sign off for me, and I'll see you next time on Steve Stuff.
Bye-bye.